We've complied with the Open Public Meetings Act. And Bob, are you going to handle the roll call?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We have the approval of excused absences.
And that would be Beth Bindi.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next is the approval of the agenda. Has everyone had a chance to take a look at it?
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 See anyone opposing it, so pass that. And then the approval of minutes for the August 27th meeting. Is there a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll motion.
Second.
Vote on the motion?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Any abstentions? Okay,
I'll abstain. I was not present.
okay. And approval of bills. Did everyone have a chance to take a look at the information that Linda sent out?
Yes. Motion to approve the bills.
Second? Is there a second, I should say?
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? We move on to committee reports. Policy Committee.
Okay, the state legislature passed and the excuse me, and the governor signed a New Jersey Freedom to Read Act. And as many of you know, in many states, more and more books are being banned as inappropriate books on, for example, slavery as being too dramatic. And so the legislature felt that there needed to be more protection for a diversity of views in public libraries. And the state library has generated a suggested policy, a suggested collection development policy, along with suggestions about the format for somebody to, the format of the form for somebody to ask for a book to be taken off the shelves. And it includes what I would have said are basically sane things. One suggestion that the board had put into our policy, and which I passed on when that they were soliciting opinions, is if you want to complain about a book in your local public library, fine. But if you happen to live in Tennessee, no, we are not interested in the fact that you don't like a book here. It has to be somebody from here. And so they have sent it out, and I should say it's basically a compilation of suggested phrasings that are that prohibit the censorship of library materials and provides protections for library employees, because in some states there have been motions, well, not motions, actions towards library staff who have opposed censorship. So I have started merging the documents, our existing collection development policy, which basically covers most of what is in the freedom to read act suggestions. And then I pass it on to Joy Crow Logan to put things in the proper spots and pick out whether or not we want our previous phrasing or the new phrasing. So it's a work in progress. So that's it for the policy committee. Are there
Any
any
questions?
questions?
No, Bob, you know what I would like to ask? Does anybody want to prohibit books on the Holocaust? Or is it just slavery?
I think, okay. I think over the long run, you will find that there are people who would prohibit a lot of different things. For example, there are plenty of people who don't believe the Holocaust exists.
I've heard that, but of course we
And,
know that's not true.
And I think you would find that if they had the opportunity, they would have those books banned. I mean, the Diary of Anne Frank has been attacked any number of times
Yes, I know.
recently. And, you know, people who want censorship want a lot of censorship. Slavery happens to be one of the more common things that, well, the National Park Service was told to remove exhibits that connect to slavery. I'm
Oh.
just, I remember going through the museum in Birmingham, Alabama, about the bombing of the church down there.
Right.
And it's an incredibly moving experience. And to have that eliminated would be obscene, frankly.
Yeah,
Well, appreciate your efforts to, reinforce that so that the New Brunswick Library is protected.
So,
thank
Yep.
you.
yeah.
And Finance Committee report?
Well, I have some very good news in the city's 2005 capital budget. There was roughly $25,000 for computer replacements. And a little over 300,000 for HVAC replacement,
Ooh,
a little over 400,000 for interior renovations, which means painting, getting rid of the damaged walls back in the stacks, and almost 82,000 for asbestos removal. As you know, asbestos is not dangerous if not disturbed,
Right, right.
but our asbestos is on old steam pipes that are over a century old, which means they start to get leaks and things, and they would have to be disturbed. So it's best to get it out of there now. Interestingly, one of the other thing, I'm hoping we will have enough money for replacing some of our carpeting, which has aged, and when Terrence Dupy, our children's librarian, was at an event, she had a number of people mention our carpeting and the fact that it never looks clean even after we've had it cleaned. So maybe we can even get that done.
Hmm.
Bob, just a quick question on the asbestos. I just read when this happens at other libraries, they have to close. Do you see that having to happen?
I don't have the expertise to say either way. However, I would say that it is in the basement.
Oh.
Where in many other instances, the pipes run up in other areas.
Right.
So, but that will be something that the architect and the contractors will. I will tell you that the standards that they have to meet are very high.
So more to come. Next item on the agenda. Does anyone have any other questions about that? Or
No.
next item is trustee education.
Yeah, I had signed up for a trustee training program, but they changed the date and was what you need to know about libraries this fall, but I wasn't able to make the change date. So I haven't seen anything new out there and up to date. I don't know if anybody else signed on to it.
I intended to go to that, but then I
Yeah.
got a conflict.
Yeah, they changed the date. I wasn't able to make it.
Well, surprisingly, I attended. Unfortunately, I can't find my notes,
Oh,
but it was interesting.
it was? Oh, okay.
So, don't they have any recordings where we can go back and listen to it?
I thought so, but I'm not
He
sure how to
usually does.
access that.
I think Bob Keith usually puts it out there after. He
Yeah.
used to, and he would say that this has been recorded. You can log on, but I haven't seen anything. Maybe somebody else has.
I'll check with Bob
Hmm.
Keith at the State Library.
Okay.
I would definitely be interested in the
Yeah, I would like to listen to that.
Friends Liaison.
Yes, we had finally had a meeting on September the 7th. We are in dire need of members. That seems to be our biggest obstacle. So we had a good meeting. It was attended by the four of us and Bob, Director Bob. So we're planning. We're just starting to get our planning together for the rest of the year. Well, November we don't have anything scheduled. December we're looking at a holiday program. February Black History. March is Women's History, and April, of course, is our book sale. So we're just begging people going out. It was suggested that I ask the board members if they know anyone, any friends or any neighbors or anybody that would like to join the Friends of the Library, because we really need help.
There is a former librarian in my neighborhood who I'm trying.
Okay, I know I've been beating people down, but
I'm lobbying her.
everybody's busy. So I don't know. I've been trying.
I would say that I could probably 95%, I'm sure that there will be a Friends book sale next April.
Okay,
That's
looking forward.
because I will be convincing my wife that she wants to chair the books sale again.
Which would be great. Okay,
Yeah.
She did such a great job last
you
year.
did a great, wonderful job.
Yeah, well,
Just take her to Paris, Bob, and be done with it. Okay.
okay.
So Deb, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
If someone is interested in being more involved, what do they need to do?
Okay, they would probably let you know or let me know, and then I could just contact the board,
Okay.
and we can work from there.
Okay, so you just need their name and
Yeah, I just need their name, and then I'll let Yesenia know, and then we'll get together.
okay. I'm not there yet, but
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
either. I'm
hoping.
still asking, begging. I'm more than asking, I'm begging.
Okay. We're on the director's report.
Okay. Just some highlights. One of the nice things is when we get feedback from the public, and Karen Stupi was able to report that one of the moms of a recent graduate of our read and play group told her that when her child went into preschool, the teacher complimented the mom on how well the child sat and paid attention during story times. And the mom attributes it to the fact that the child had been coming in and going to story times.
Oh,
I'm sure that happens often, but people don't tell you about it. So it's a nice feeling to get feedback. We had been working on an emergency action plan. Jackie Oshman had worked on it about 5 years ago, covering all those things that could happen, that one hopes will never happen. For example, somebody smells gas.
mhm.
What do you do? Obviously, you don't go hunting down in the basement. You get the people out. You then contact PSE and ENG and the fire department, and you let them figure out why there's the smell of gas in the building. Or, for example, the power goes out. It's 6 o'clock at night. How long does one wait? Depending on when PSE&G feels they can get the power back on. So we had a number of different separate processes. So they are being combined and also checked over to make sure that they are as simple as possible. I can give you a problem that we've had when our fire alarms have gone off, which is not often, thank God. Patrons who refuse to leave. And, you know, and one of the things you want to include in your policy or in your procedure is if the patron refuses to leave and you can't get the patron to leave, don't stay. Don't, don't, at some point, you have to say, my life is more valuable than trying to
Right.
convince somebody
Mhm.
to leave. The exterior ladder has become an interesting problem because, as I think I mentioned at the previous meeting, when they went to install it, they found out that the stucco and please note, I'm not a contractor, so when I say stucco panels, it's what I would call them, not probably the proper term. They wouldn't give enough support for the caged ladders, so they are going to have to put in a concrete footing to take the weight of the ladder. The Henry Guest House porch, they have gotten all of the pillars and the railings and the handrails up, but now they have to work on the roof.
Oh, boy.
You know, one of the things we try to do is work with a variety of other organizations that are providing services to the community. For example, the New Jersey Reentry Corporation, which is a nonprofit that helps people who have been in jail get jobs. It will be holding a job fair here in the library in November.
Really? Oh.
Because, because there are
Mhm.
employers who will hire,
We'll hire them? Oh, okay.
but there are plenty of employers who won't.
Right, right. Huh.
Uh, there was a library rights and responsibilities, federal agencies, protests and political actions. That was a training, and I think it was Linda, myself, and Joy who attended it. And and then, how do I say it? There are boundaries and there are issues. For example, what do you do if two people dressed in business clothing are going around the library asking people, do they recognize this person? And they have a picture.
Hmm.
It has different ramifications because, for example, they're not causing a hullabaloo. I think that's the first time I've said that word in a while. But one of the things that in any library's behavior policy is don't do anything that will interfere with the use of the library by somebody else. And there was quite a discussion here, is somebody going around showing a picture to people bothering other people? And how insistent are they that the people look at that picture? So, and then Linda conducted a staff training on, what was it, September 5th or so? Yeah, about, so that the information we got could be conveyed to more of the staff. Since the pandemic, we have been open 58 hours a week. And the state minimum for a library is 60 hours a week for a public library serving more than 50,000 people.
Mhm.
Now, the reason we are at 58 hours is we keep the children's room open the entire time. There are plenty of libraries that close their teen room or their children's room during the day, especially the children's room. But we want to make sure that moms and dads can bring in their toddlers and get books at any time the libraries open. Also, there are plenty of libraries that close their children's rooms at 5 or 6, which means that working parents can't bring their children. So I was informed of the state library's concern. I wrote to them, and the state librarian wrote back a very nice letter saying, yeah, I understand completely that it is a challenge. So we're okay on that. The municipal ID continues to be in demand, and that was one of the, I think, there are so many people in town who have library cards who didn't come in for a library card, but they came in for the municipal ID. And as all of you know, on the back of their municipal ID is their library card.
Oh, okay.
It's an easy way to help people. One less thing, because we've gotten their identification. We know who they are, so make sure they have a library card. And finally, went to, I thought was a fascinating program, Zoom meeting on that was held by the Joint Insurance Fund, the Municipal Excess Liability Joint Insurance Fund, and it was entitled Risk Management for Managers and Supervisors. And the number of things that could happen that one should be concerned about is amazing. And frankly put, the number of municipalities and municipal agencies that have been sued for things is amazing. So it was fascinating just to hear what the possibilities are. And those are obviously negative possibilities, but
Yeah, scary.
yeah.
Wow.
So that takes care of me. Questions?
No.
I'm just curious. I think September is Public Library new Library Card Month, National
Yeah.
Library. Do you
Oh.
know? I know September is not actually over, but do you have any idea how many new cards were issued?
I will get that number for you.
Just curious. If there are no other questions, then we move on to unfinished business.
I would just like to report that I logged on to a wonderful workshop at my local library last night, meditation as a healing practice. And
Ooh.
I enjoyed it. I have never, ever meditated. But I was just like amazed. It was really nice. It was a woman, I don't want to chop her name, Sanjita Sinha. She was a moderator, and I actually meditated. And I felt
Sangita.
great.
Her name is Sangita.
Oh, okay. Sangita. Okay, thank you. Kim?
Are you going to continue meditating?
Actually, this morning I only did 5 minutes, because I'm always on the go, running here, there, phone, this, that, but I did this morning. But it was really, really nice. I really enjoyed it.
Uh,
Good.
and that was Kim Kirkley's.
That was Kim Kirk. Oh, okay. I saw Kim come up. I wasn't sure which Kim it was. Yeah, that was really nice.
Okay.
Okay. Any old business to address?
No.
Bob, did you have something unfinished?
Not under new business. I have two questions.
Okay, is there anything to come up under old business before we move ahead? Okay, hearing nothing. New business.
This was, and one of the things I do, when I always have Joy Crow Logan go over the minutes before I send them out, because she has the sharpest eyes for typos, missing commas, etc., and also things that don't quite make sense. And she brought up something, and it hit me. One of the things that we have done is, if somebody says they're going to be late coming to the meeting, and should that count if they don't come as as part of the excused absences? Or what is the time that says if you didn't make it by then, we shouldn't be counting the person as having attended?
Mm,
And I don't have an answer. Okay.
that's a tough one.
So they said they're going to attend,
They're going
but
to.
then
Right.
they don't show up.
Right. Or they show up at, say, 5:30, well, and probably for a good reason.
Right.
But
Mm. Oh boy.
I bring it up, and I'm not asking for an answer right now, but I thought it would be good for the board to think about at what point is it non-attendance?
Uh,
I'll think about it, but the
yeah.
only thing that comes to my mind is even if they said they were going to attend and they didn't,
They
the
didn't.
reality is they were not at the meeting. The reality is they weren't in attendance.
Right.
So to
I
me,
agree.
Yeah,
me,
that sounds. Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't know how you guys feel, but
I mean, I'll think about it some more. Maybe I'll look it up, but
yeah, I'll have to think.
that's
Yeah.
the reality, the way I see it. If they're not actually physically at the meeting, they're not in attendance. Anyway,
Yeah,
that's what I think.
intended to come, but they didn't quite get here.
Yeah, whether it's a good excuse or whatever,
Yeah.
they were not there.
Yeah, that's true. Hmm.
And how late is late?
Well, I mean, to come in at like you use an example, 5:30, I think that is really too late. I mean, in my eyes, I mean, because the major portion of the meeting is over. I mean, the majority of it is. I mean, I don't know. Madam President, what do you think?
I think that one's a little harder, to be honest.
Yeah, it's kind of, yike.
But Bob, I mean, we should think about this. And then, at the next meeting, under old business, discuss it again and see if we can come to a consensus?
Right, and,
Mhm.
and in the meantime, I will drop TK Shammy and email asking
Right.
if there are any rules. I mean,
Rules. Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a
not
good
Robert
idea.
rules of order, but state
State mhm,
regulations.
regulations. Okay.
I do think the first one is more clear. I think the second one, we might need some guidance from TK or because there's some subjectivity, that come into it.
The second item is a suggestion was made actually by Charlie Credible in an email that
Mhm.
the board officially record its meetings.
Officially record?
Well, okay, right now, one of the documenters is recording this meeting,
Okay.
but we do not make our own recording of it.
Uh-huh.
Um,
But isn't that why we take
But-
minutes?
ma'am?
Isn't that why we take minutes? So that if
Right.
someone's curious about
Someone wants-
something,
Yeah,
there's a record.
we have a record.
Right. As far as I know, legally, we do not have to have a video recording.
Video recording, right, okay.
Or just an audio recording.
Mm-hmm.
But the suggestion was made and I felt that I
Okay.
would bring it up.
Right, right. Hmm,
Is that also something that we should maybe run past TK to find out whether we're obligated to do it in the age of Zoom or?
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
you could ask him, yeah.
And on the subject of recording, can we have one of the people here who's part of the documentary project just explain what that is? Just a summary.
Hi, yeah. So the Documenters is actually an organization. I'm collabing with Collab Arts in New Brunswick
Mhm.
and attend public meetings and document public meetings.
Mhm.
It could be ranging from city council meetings, environmental meetings, um, library board of trustees, again, some things like that. And there is a website you could visit. It explains more about what we do,
Mhm.
about how procedures go. But it's usually we attend any public meetings.
Oh, okay.
Is the idea to provide more access to the meetings?
Access and also informing the public and communities. So each documenter is actually more specifically has their own region or area. So there's documenters New Brunswick, there's documenters Newark, there is many different regions.
Mhm.
Mhm. Oh,
That's interesting.
yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hmm.
Anyone have questions? Okay, seeing none. Other matters that should come before the board?
Nope.
Any public comment? Okay, seeing none. Is there a motion for adjournment?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Vote on the motion? All
Yep.
in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Next meeting is October 22nd, unbelievably.
Oh. Or at
Oh,
least
boy.
it's not on Halloween, so,
Yeah,
right.
anyway, thank you all.
thank you.